Hey, I reported that I experienced a lot of things that I just really didn't think that people would believe. You keep in context that we have a stalker that's running the government. So he's able to abuse power and be abusive in ways that the average person isn't able to be abusive. So I wasn't able to verbalize or communicate to multiple parties how the experience of my financial abuse. Okay, they would not let me get Social Security benefits that I should be eligible for, or my son, out of corruption. I've never received a stimulus check out of corruption. Attorney General would hide payments, give me partial payments, and all kinds of things. And then when they got away with that chaos, tried to scheme to abate $30,000 owed in child support payments. So I guess they realized in that scheme that was too much, and then they supposedly corrected the issue. Amongst this chaos, I would routinely go into businesses and restaurants, and routinely, daily, I would get overcharged. They tried to charge me for free water, all kinds of things, because it's prearranged for the harassment and torture scheme. I was on a fixed income and I was penny pinching, and they would deliberately overcharge me on purpose, multiple different locations. So I went, since they routinely did it and got away with it, I would just get the price. I just got the price, so because I knew that they were overcharging me, we'd hold up lines and they played games, so I just would routinely get the price. Walmart was so corrupt. I had the price and they still would not charge me for the price that I had in my hand for the product that I had. They still overcharged me. I was forced to pay that amount because I didn't have rights. So I went ahead and paid that amount anyway. So why am I doing this video diary? Restaurants would do it as well. Let me show you. I didn't mean to keep recording. I'm trying to hide my sensitive information. So this is a restaurant that I go to. See that where it says $24.55? This isn't the first time doing it. They do this in schemes. Look at the receipt. See where it says $20.46? That's how much they were supposed to charge me. They overcharged me $4. Well, the reason why I'm not sorry, I've done multiple times. So we have the Attorney General. I don't know if I went over how they tried to abate $30,000 in child support in a scheme. Stole child support payments, how food stamps was stolen. So just keep in mind, we have a stalker that's what abusers do. They want to cause it's called financial abuse. But I have a financial abuse in degrees that multiple parties don't experience it. Typically people can't tell your restaurants to overcharge you. They can't hide stimulus checks from people. Typically, that's not a normal thing. People don't normally have the ability to steal Attorney General child support payments. So, and stop them from getting Social Security out of corruption. But routinely, I just, don't believe people would realize or believe the amount of chaos I have been through in this experience. So we have proof that they deliberately overcharged me, like multiple different people, when the schemes that they were doing, when it got to the peak of them overcharging me all the time, then they just tried to keep my change. Which I know it sounds hard to believe, but I have some of those experiences recorded where they deliberately tried to keep my change in schemes. Then we have the identity theft that my bank covered for. There was identity theft first, and then they were so corrupt, my bank just denied me funds out of corruption. So now I'm calling the scammers. Okay, I'm on hold to ask questions. This is the second time this restaurant did
All
this.
customer service representatives are assisting other callers.
They would actually
Please hold,
disable
and the
my
next
card.
available representative will assist you. Thank you for your patience.
Before, my card was controlled dozens of times. In sensitive times, they would just disable my card so I couldn't use it when I was going through all this chaos. I went to Longview Police. They denied me the right to report it. I tried to report it to Dangersville Police, and they detained me until my family got involved. Now they won't get involved, period. So the financial abuse is so extreme to where my card is controlled.
My name is Candia. I have the pleasure of speaking with today.
Yes, my name is Kiana Clark.
Okay. Ms. Clark, let me get your social security number. Is this your social
muted.
security number?
Yes. Keep in mind, I'm giving this sensitive information
Hello?
to scammers. Hold on. Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
I need your social security number, please.
I just gave it to you, ma'am, but I can give it to you again. This is weird. It's a pattern. You didn't hear me give it to you? I'm on my lunch break, but I'll give it to you again. Just one moment, ma'am. She's muted. So I'm forced to give my information to scammers. The police department enforce these crimes. So I'm speaking with
verify that password on the account.
A password? Okay, one moment. Yes, I'm a targeted individual and I routinely have identity theft. So, and crimes are committed. So I went to an Indian restaurant. Do you see that? Mumataz.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. This was yesterday.
Okay. The $24.55?
Yes. The transaction was actually $20.46. This is the second time they overcharged me. The last time I let it slide. So what can I do? Because this is a repetitive thing that I experience to prevent these places from, out of malice, overcharging me. What can I do if I have a receipt that says it was supposed to be $20.46, but instead they charged me $24.55?
Yeah, that's not the restaurant charging you $24.55. Visa adds a 20% tolerance amount to your when you dine in at a restaurant.
I didn't dine in. It was to go.
To that photo.
I didn't dine in. It was to go. And another times they didn't overcharge me. Ma'am, I don't know why these operators keep covering for crimes. You're my card company.
Is a 20% tolerance amount that Visa
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I didn't dine in, ma'am. I don't know why you're covering for the crimes, ma'am. Am I able to speak?
Go ahead, Ms. Clark.
Okay. I did not dine in the restaurant. And I have had food to go, and they did not charge me. So I don't know why you would cover for this crime, ma'am. I gave you my social security number. Overcharging someone. So I want to get to the bottom of why they repetitively have overcharged me as well as multiple other parties. I'm not quite sure. Do you show where I reported that AT&T overcharged me, charged me 2 times in 1 month a long time ago? I believe that was August of 2020. I'm not quite sure. It may have been August of 2019. But you guys refused to investigate that as well. And I was charged 2 times in 1 month for services I could never get. So I don't understand, ma'am, why you would cover for that and overtalk me to cover for them overcharging me. Like I said, I'm targeted, and this is a repetitive thing that I experience. I have on Cash App, someone has stolen $35 from that, and it was only at the $135 placed on that. So first off, I will need you to stop covering for this. So they charged me $20. Did you tell me 1 moment?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay. So are you refusing to investigate or let me report that I have a receipt saying that I was supposed to be charged $20.46, but they charged me $24.55?
Okay, give me 1 second. I'll get you over to that department. Give me 1 second.
That's another department? Okay, another department.
Okay.
You're placing me on a brief hold. Okay, thank you. I'm on my lunch break.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you. Going on years and trapped in it. You don't even know my experiences. When you go to restaurants and you know they deliberately try to overcharge you, so you have to get the price before going up to the register. And Walmart said forget it and was so corrupt and even charged me outside of that price. I think they overcharged me $20 and I had the price with the name of the product, everything, because I routinely did it. I brought it to the register and she still overcharged me. They got away with this chaos for years. I mean, the police is enforcing it. Who cares, right? That's why your bank could cover for identity theft, as well as the police department, threatening to take you to jail. And I keep reiterating, who steals food stamps electronically? Maybe the government? Almost $1,000 worth of food stamps stolen? And they won't talk about it. Then they changed the story to they were expunged off my card because I never used it, which is a blatant lie. It was not on my card. So they're so petty to even steal food stamps when I was in a crisis. I did not have my money from my bank, so I needed the food stamps to eat. So they sabotaged that as well. My bank wouldn't give me funds out of corruption, and then I couldn't get the food stamps that were supposed to be, I was supposed to have out of corruption. So they're just gonna wait, since I'm forced to speak with scammers till my break's over. If I call back, then they'll hang up and play games and cover for it. So my insurance cover, they were not supposed to charge me the extra $5. It's not off in the receipt. This is a routine pattern. That's why I'm uploading videos, because I know people wouldn't believe me. So if you're supposed to charge me $5, why wasn't it in that receipt? I asked for proof that they did not provide. Let's see if they hung up. Hello? They're still on the line. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just hold on. I will get you over to my district department, okay? Thank you so much.
Ma'am. Ma'am?
I'm here.
Okay, so I was on hold, and what was I on hold for?
Okay, Ms. Clark, just need to gather some information in the transaction.
I asked what I was on hold for, ma'am. This is a routine pattern. I'm on my lunch break, ma'am.
Yes, to gather. Okay, are we about to transfer you over, Ms. Clark?
Okay, what am I getting transferred over? What was I already on hold for all that time, ma'am? You don't know? I'm sorry, what was I on hold for, ma'am? Ma'am? You there? She don't know. She just transferred me over. Forced to speak with scammers. Giving my social security card, credit card information out, forced by the government.
To request a return call instead of waiting the expected 3 minutes on hold. To receive a call back, press 1 or continue to hold for the next available representative. Thank you for holding.
They are so corrupt. They just enticed me. I tried to give scheme with my job to get me terminated. So I went to the police department because multiple staff lied, blatantly lied. I had text as proof. They locked me out the system, would not let me back in it, and tried to terminate me for not working. I showed the technical support would hang up in my face. Then it was supposed to be escalated to another technical support, and they would not call me back. And the supervisor was supposed to facilitate that escalation, and she would not. In addition to that, she removed me from the group chat where I can get assistance with technical support issues, which is really odd. That shows that was premeditated. If you remove me from the group chat from technical support, why would you do that if it wasn't on purpose? So then when I went to the police department to expose my job scheme to terminate me for no reason out of corruption, then, they, kind of blew the situation over, gave me my equipment, and then I was able to continue working there. And by the way, Hulu technical support has not called me back yet, or the technical support with my phone, enforcing crimes. Well, I have to go. They know. They try to keep me on hold past my break. I know people wouldn't believe that. They intentionally try to do that. So I'll just call back and see what the scammers have to say later.